Okay, guys, how many of you out there had the Carolina Panthers yesterday? Come on, raise your hands. Come on, raise them a little higher. Let me... 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many of you to count. Hey, listen, I know. I was almost there with you guys. I mean, didn't it look just so tantalizing, so tempting? We all saw Carolina beat the hell out of Washington last week. We bought into the Cam Newton hysteria and hype, 5 straight covers by the Panthers. But something inside kept telling me, that little voice whispering into my ear kept saying, stay away from this game. It's a trap at 3.5. Carolina's playing so well. Why isn't this line even higher? And I kept thinking about watching Minnesota against Green Bay, how the Vikings played with that enthusiasm and that excitement that they hadn't showed with Donovan McNabb at the helm, but did in Christian Ponder's first start in the pros. So even though Ponder was making his first road start, and even though statistically he didn't play that well against the Packers, I thought, stay away, because the Vikings could pull it off. You saw what happened. Even worse, how many of you were on the New England Patriots yesterday? Raise hands. Come on. My God, that's a lot of hands. But, hey, I can understand why there, too. Hasn't Tom Brady owned the Pittsburgh Steelers during his career and regular season play? And this was a Pittsburgh team that collapsed in the second half 2 weeks ago at home against Jacksonville and had not played that good ball all season long, especially offensively, with all the injuries on defense and the age, how it's taken its toll, etc. You figured New England would be the play. Hell, I gave you New England as a free pick yesterday. That's what I thought of the Patriots. Gave you Carolina as a free pick. And again, aren't you glad I don't tell you to wager on the free picks, because the free picks are always the best of the worst. Meaning, I have a collection of games I like, and the games that I don't bet on, those are the ones I use as the free picks. Generally, I hit a high percentage of them, but the bottom line is they're not the ones I'm betting on. No, instead, yesterday, my best bet, Buffalo Bills, guys. I looked at it and I said to myself, Jesus, it doesn't matter that the Bills are 0-3 straight up, lifetime, in regular season play at Toronto, 0-2-1 against the spread. It doesn't matter that they've struggled against the NFC over the years. I looked at Washington, and as I noted in my analysis, you're not going to replace 2 offensive players, Moss and Hightower, both out with injuries, that accounted for 34% of your offense when your quarterback is a guy making his second start since 2007 in John Beck. Wasn't going to happen. The Bills dominated defensively. 4.5-point favorite. They rolled 23-0. Another 15-dime winner for yours truly. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Monday video report. I'm going to get to your money-saving discount coupon code, and I'm also going to get to your free pick on the Chargers in Kansas City as well. True story, guys. About 20 years ago, I was in Vegas visiting a big handicapping company that was based in Vegas, and I happened to go and I was waiting to meet somebody. And as I'm sitting there in the lobby, I see this door that says handicapping room. And I said to the receptionist and a couple of the guys, the male employees there, I said, hey, is that where they have the dartboard? That went over real big. No more flippant remarks like that. These guys really took it serious. That's where they went and did the hardcore handicapping. They must have had that book, the Handicapper's Bible, too. They must have been referring to that for their game plan. You know the Handicapper's Bible. It's the one that tells you how you win the games all the time. It gives you the tried and true strat. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the dictionary. Hey, by the way, let me just tell you one thing, and I've said this a zillion times over the years, but you know, there are no guarantees in gambling. There is no gambling guidebook. Matter of fact, if you look up here in the dictionary, gambling and guarantee are not on the same page. And the moral of this story is that even though I've been doing this for 25 years, even though I was a sports reporter before getting into this, even though I've been gambling even longer, I can tell you sometimes, guys, you just have to throw out all the ATS trends, all the computer mumbo-jumbo, all the evaluations you do in personnel, and you have to listen to that inner voice. You have to listen to that voice just whispering into your ear. I mean, it's no different than my wife, who's a video poker addict. You know, she'll go back to the same machine over and over again, telling me, oh, that machine was really good for me. It's like, what, were you kidding me? Like the machine's sitting there going, oh, hey, you're back. Come on over. I kept the seat warm. I'm going to make you some money again. It's no different than when you're walking up to the craps table and you're going, I'm feeling it. The dice are hot. I can get a winning roll going. It's just listening to that inner voice. And I'm telling you guys, if you listen to the inner voice and you go with your first inclination and your first hunch, you're going to win more often than you're not. And if you also make fun of your wife on these videos, you're probably going to find yourself on your ass out the door too often. But we'll worry about it on Tuesday's video. Now, let's talk about tonight's game. I've got another 15-dime play on it, guys, just like yesterday. It's another 15-dime play. It's my Monday night mismatch of the year. I know it's a fairly priced game with San Diego, a 3-point favorite in this one at Kansas City. I think my side wins by 7 to 10 points. I could recite a lot of statistical analysis supporting my side, and I will in my analysis online. But ultimately, it's one of those plays that I just think inside I've got the beat on it. just like I found Buffalo on the board yesterday. And listen, guys, if you happen to watch the Countdown to Kickoff show here that we debuted at a number of sites yesterday that may not have been on your site earlier in the season, you know, the very last game on the board, the Sunday night game, it was Dallas and Philadelphia. And I told you, I mean, there was just something inside. And I knew Philadelphia would not only beat Dallas, but they would demolish Dallas in that game. You saw how it played out. FYI, congratulations going out to Shawn Michaels, cashing in last night with another 100-dime Sunday night bailout game of the year play. New Orleans 2 weeks ago, then cashing in with the Eagles last night. So congratulations going out to him. I think, off the top of my head, that was like 100-dime winner number 12 out of 16, perhaps. And how about Craig Davis yesterday, scoring again with another 100-dime winner as well. I think it was 16 out of 18. 100-dime NFL winner number 16 out of 18 as he scored easily with the Detroit Lions. Of course, you know, I always tell you the good with the bad. Chris Jordan yesterday, second ever 2,500 star NFL release of his career. The New Orleans Saints. Ugh. That after cashing with the Packers over St. Louis. How ironic is that? He had the Packers as his first ever 2,500 star play 3 weeks ago, and they rolled over St. Louis 24-3, laying 14 at home. Yesterday, St. Louis got a little comeuppance and revenge for Chris Jordan. So that's the good and the bad. As for me tonight, as I said, it's another 15-dime play for me. My Monday night mismatch of the year, the 15-dime plays, guys, to put it all in perspective for you. Yesterday, 15-dime winner on the Bills. 20-10 so far this year with 15-dime plays in college and pro football combined. 20-10. That dates back to the start of the NFL preseason. And those 15-dime plays are higher on Monday nights. 16-5 over the past 4 years. 16-5, including the Jets over Miami 2 Mondays ago. And 3 weeks back, I gave you my biggest play of my career on Monday with the Detroit Lions over Chicago. 43-27 the last 4 years with 15-dime releases, 15-dime Monday night mismatch of the year, your San Diego, Kansas City side. That's what I've got going tonight. Now, before I get to your free pick on the over-under in this game, and I think it's a really interesting price at 44.5, let me give you a money-saving discount coupon code that'll save you $15 off of any single purchase you make today. It is simply Pumpkin 15. Pumpkin 15. Doesn't get any easier than that, huh? Pumpkin 15. Pumpkin 15. No space between the name and the number. Put it all together, enter when prompted, and you'll save $15 off of any single purchase you make today. Now, let's talk about the total. 44.5. As I said, I think it's a cheap price in this one. You know, look at San Diego playing its third straight road game. Always a fatiguing situation anyway. They and the Broncos combined for 53 points at Denver 2 weeks ago. They and the Jets combined for 48 points last Sunday in New York. Tonight's total is 44.5. Meanwhile, Kansas City, a lot of people say, oh, the Chiefs don't score. Really? They've averaged 26 points and winning 3 straight games. Now, granted, when they played at San Diego 5 weeks ago, it was a 20-17 loss at the end of September. But keep in mind, you know, that was just for Kansas City right after they lost Jamal Charles, their top running back from a year ago, and Thomas Jones was banged up too. And it was a San Diego team that was playing without Antonio Gates, and you know how important he is to Phillip Rivers' offense. Chargers are 3-0 over on the road so far this season, guys. Neither one of these teams can stop the run. San Diego giving up 4.7 yards per carry to opposing backs. Last 2 games, they've given up 162 yards to the Broncos with Willis McGahee and Sean Green of the Jets running wild as well. Best game of the season for him. Meanwhile, Kansas City can't stop the run either. Coming into the weekend, ranked 25th in the league at stopping the run, giving up 125 yards a game. Remember, in the first go-round, Ryan Matthews, 21 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns in that one. I think another contributing factor here is going to be the fact that I'm looking for Kansas City's Castle to have a big game tonight because, listen, San Diego has no pass rush, you know? They've got 10 sacks on the season, and their outside starting linebacker, Sean Phillips, who started like 61 straight games, is out tonight with injury. He's accounted for 3 of their 10 sacks, 7.5 of their 30 quarterback hurries and knockdowns so far this year. Meanwhile, I think Rivers, even though he has just 7 touchdown passes and 9 interceptions, threw 2 in the win against Kansas City and back in September, threw 2 costly ones that cost them the game against the Jets last week. You know, he has pretty much owned the Chiefs during his career, and I think this is going to be a pinball type game. I do like my side to win by 7-10, but I think this one goes over the total. I project somewhere between 48 and 51 points to be scored in this contest. So the over is going to be your free pick. Your money-saving discount coupon code will be Pumpkin15. Good luck, guys, and I'll catch you again on Tuesday.